Hello, my name is Ken Freeman. I'm the program coordinator for the Physical Therapist Assistant program at Salt Lake Community College. Just want to introduce you to the program a little bit. We're the longest established PTA program in the state of Utah. Our first graduates were in 1994, so we have a long track record. Our program is a good one. We accept 24 students every year in the fall. And those 24 students go through the program, which is 4 semesters, starting in September of one year and ending in December of the following year. Physical therapist assistants are actually care extenders. They're individuals who work with a licensed physical therapist and under that therapist's supervision in a variety of settings. You find our graduates in skilled nursing facilities, hospitals, outpatient settings, private practices, working with sports teams, working with children in the schools. It's a vast number of places where you can go to work once you graduate. After the 4-semester program, you have an Associate of Applied Science degree, take a national exam, and then you go ahead and apply for licensure. Licensure is required for PTA in the state of Utah and in most states in the United States. Since 1994, we've probably graduated around 500 or 600 students that, and a large number of them stay along the Wasatch Front or in the state of Utah. So we have a good representation in the clinical community.
So my name is Kirsty Christensen, as I stated. I am a mother of 3 kids, and I actually graduated from the program this last December 2020. So something good came from 2020. So since I have graduated and I've taken my national boards, which I just found out I passed, which was exciting, I am currently working at a physical therapy office. And I don't know if I'll stay at the outpatient permanently. There's lots of different fields I'm interested in between neuro and outpatient and pediatrics, working at school districts. So right now I'm just exploring the different options. So I got interested in the medical field when my husband had a work accident about 13 years ago. And with that accident, he became a paraplegic. And so we spent many months at the hospital at neuro rehabilitation. And while I was doing the neuro rehabilitation with him and I was around the physical therapists and the physical therapist assistants, they inspired me on wanting to help people and how the body works and how you can make such a big difference in somebody's life when it's been changed completely. And I just knew that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. So when I was at my clinical rotations, I did 2 outpatient ones and I did a neuro one, and I spent 100% of the time in direct patient care. So even though I had my clinical instructor with me, overseeing and making sure I knew what I was doing, and if I had questions I could ask, but they had me doing all the work, which I really appreciated because I learned by hands-on. And so I learned a lot about what I can do to be better at my handling skills and how I instruct them, and also what interventions work best with the different clients. Probably the biggest obstacle I faced getting into the program was that I'm a mother of 3 kids. Even though they're not young, they are teenagers, they still want mom, or they have lots of activities. I spent a lot of time juggling, driving them to various swim activities or swim meets or drama practices, lots of different things between studying and school, and then also with my husband being a paraplegic, helping him out as needed. So it was a struggle, but we eventually found our groove and we got into the swing of things, and I was able to still dedicate my time to studying and learning. That worked for me, and still be a mom and a wife.
Hi, my name is Lisa Whitaker. I am currently a first-year student in the Physical Therapist Assistant program at Salt Lake Community College. And I don't necessarily have a specific field in the Physical Therapist Assistant program that I want to do just because I'm so new at this program. So I really look forward to our clinicals that we will be having toward the end of the program, so I can make a better decision as to what area I want to focus on. So one of the biggest obstacles I had when I was applying or thinking about applying to this program was I had never finished a college degree. So I basically had to start from scratch, which was really challenging. It took about 2.5 years of prerequisites before applying to the program. So it was a really big commitment, but I am really happy that I was committed, and it was very rewarding. If I could go back and change to make my transition easier for the program, what I would do is I probably would have hopefully done this when I was younger, and maybe gone to college when I was younger. I think that would have helped me out. But one piece of advice that I do have for you guys that I know made it a lot easier for me to transition into the program is I took anatomy the very last, as my last prerequisite class, and it really bridged the way between what we're learning in physical therapy and what I learned in my prerequisites.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Hall. I'm a first-year student at the Physical Therapist Assistant program at Salt Lake Community College. I have worked in the medical field for a few years. I have a little bit of exposure to different populations, and currently my heart is set on pediatrics. My wife is a music therapist, and she worked at Harvickson School for Disabled Children. So I'm hoping and praying that I get to do my clinical rotations with pediatrics. I had a child, my second child, my son, halfway through the first semester, and I'm just baby hungry right now. I want to work with kids so bad. So I've always had my heart set on helping people. I didn't know exactly what that meant, whether that be nursing or food service or sales, but I knew I liked to interact with people. My biggest exposure though to the medical field was I suffered a severe back injury several years ago. I was actually training for a marathon. I know I don't look like it right now, but I was very healthy, I was very fit, and suddenly my ability to walk was taken away from me. I was in severe pain all the time, 8 out of 10, pretty consistently for about 2 years. And it wasn't until I got introduced to the physical therapy program at my work, the place that I work at as a nurse, that my life totally made a 180. They taught me how to take care of myself and how to better prepare for my own future dealing with a compromised back. And that pushed me into the idea that I wanted to do that for other people. I want to help and teach other people how to take care of their bodies, and to know that even if you suffer debilitating accidents, diseases, if your freedom is taken away from you, there is a place you can go, there are people that can help you attain a better quality of life, regardless of your situation. Currently, in the COVID era, our time spent in class lectures and versus our actual lab exposure is a little weird, and it kind of changes semester to semester. Currently, it's about a 50-50. We spend about half of our time on online lectures, just going over the know-hows and reading the textbooks and learning from our professors. And the other half of the time, we're actually in lab together, working on the actual physical part of becoming a physical therapist assistant. The advice I would give is to decide if you're willing to put yourself in a tough position for a rewarding profession. I don't think, especially now, people understand because of COVID that healthcare is not easy. It's very difficult, but it is one of the most rewarding things you can possibly do to help other people and to see them progress and to see them grow. So for people that are looking to get a job in the health sciences or in the medical field, go out and volunteer at an old folks home. Talk to a nurse, talk to a doctor, get a feel for what they do, and if you think that your calling is to help other people, go for it. You will absolutely not regret it.
So my name is Sophia Formosa. I am a first-year student in the Physical Therapist Assistant program at Salt Lake Community College. I don't have any experience in the field. I've never worked as an aide or anything, so I'm still very open as far as what I would like to do after I graduate and after I get licensed. I'm really looking forward to our clinical rotations coming up in a few months to help me decide what field I'd like to be in. There's a lot that you can do as a physical therapist assistant, which is really exciting. So our typical day in this health science program, I entered into this program post-COVID. So for us, which might not be the same, hopefully won't be the same if any of you come to this program, we start most mornings with online lectures, and we have, between 2 to 4 or 5 hours of lecture in the morning. And then we usually have in-person labs in the afternoons where we come to campus, and that's also, anywhere from 2 to 6 hours of in-person labs, depending on the day. In between those times, after those times, we do have opportunity for open labs where we get to come in and practice all of the skills that you need to know, which is invaluable to the program. So, and then between reading and homework assignments at night, I would say it's pretty much a full-time commitment. But there's a lot of variety, so it's not boring. It's really fun and challenging and great. So if I had any advice for students that want to pursue a career in the health science industry, one thing that I would say is if you even think that that's something you might be interested in, go see if you can reach out to a clinic in your area and see if you can observe or if you can talk to a practitioner. I would just ask questions and get a little experience so you can see what it looks like to find out if you were really interested. It was a long road to get here. I have a background in dance and always knew that I wanted to do something physical, but it really was a surprise to me when eventually I found out, oh, it's sciences, not arts, that I want to take my love of physicality into, and in the healing realm, and that came just accidentally. So I think if it's something that you're interested in, just go investigate it a little bit and see what you think before you commit to a program.